What's up guys, Big Al here. Today I'll be playing Murder Mystery in Minecraft, where the object of the game is to kill everyone without being seen and killed yourself. Let's get started. We spawn in a building that, judging by the number of disgruntled employees and computers, is Microsoft's headquarters. I then walk out into the hallway, where I proceed to blame a creeper-headed skin for the murders that have not even occurred yet. He starts getting looks from the other players. I've done my job well. Someone won't be getting invited to any bar mitzvahs anytime soon. I find this vent, and to my dismay there's nobody in it, because this would be the perfect place to start killing people. I then spot a player hiding at the end of the hallway. I realize that it is a woman and take the big girl down on the spot. Just kidding, I am an absolute simp, so I let her escape. I then find a bathroom where I decide to wait until another player comes in to take them out. Unfortunately, this is Microsoft and bathroom breaks are not allowed, so no one is coming. I head back into the air vents to see if anyone is hiding there, and to my great pleasure they are. I end up completely missing my shot, however, and the player gets away. Luckily, the large metal arrow hitting the side of a presumably metal vent makes absolutely no sound whatsoever. I exit the vents and decide to mingle with the other players, and to my great displeasure, some of them have weapons. Assuming that these players can aim, an all-out gunfight is no longer an option. If I'm being completely honest, it never was, because I can't even kill one guy, let alone 12. I have not yet killed anyone, and realizing that I only have 3 minutes left, I proceed to get distracted by an e-girl that is cute, but turns out to be way out of my league. I'm all like, if you were a mine, I'd craft you, and she's all like, get away from me, and runs away. I take the rejection like a champ and decide to kill her first. At this point, many of the other players had noticed the commotion, and had gathered around me. I decide to kill one of them to prove my dominance, and despite at least half the server watching, and the fact that I am standing over the tombstone, none of them seem to figure out that I am the killer. At this point, rather than staying undercover and killing off the players one by one, I just treat the whole area like an American school and massacre everyone around me. I wanted to play the song Gangsta's Paradise as I did this, but unfortunately, as this is copyrighted material, I would definitely lose the money I'm not making on this video anyway. That's okay though, telling you about it is almost as good. Besides, I'm such a gangsta that this song is implied. Pretty soon, there are just 2 players left, and while the smart thing to do would have been to wait around a corner or something, I just chase after the same guy until a player in a Technoblade skin runs me down. RIP. On to the next round. I spawn in what appears to be a bar right next to a pool. This seems like a perfect combination, as combining swimming with intoxication is proven to be the quickest way to a good time. I stand behind the bar and pretend to sell drinks, but quickly realize that this is a foolish idea, because most of these players are probably under the age of 10, while the legal drinking age is 12. I then find what looks to be some sort of security monitor and decide to take a look, only to realize that it is not actually a security monitor and just a blank screen. I'm not sure what I expected, as there has never been anything like this in Minecraft and probably never will be. I make my way upstairs to see what the other players are up to and actually shoot an arrow at someone. To no one's surprise, however, I miss and proceed to pray to the Minecraft gods that nobody else saw my blunder. Not because it would probably throw the game, but because I can't have anyone doubting my pro gamer skills. I decide to shoot another arrow at a player with a rainbow skin. Pride Month is over, you don't have to be a rainbow anymore. I then climb a tree thinking that it will provide a good vantage point from which to take out some players, but unfortunately my aim had not improved in the 30 seconds since I had shot at the rainbow man, so this was a waste of time. I then come across this emo-looking player with a bow. He could shoot me at any moment, so I decide to take him down before he has the chance. I don't feel bad about it though, he would have probably done it to himself at some point anyway. I proceed to hide behind a pillar, but I go into third-person mode and realize that another player was watching me and had probably seen me murder his teammate as well. I give him a curt nod and he walks away. How awkward. I decide to leave my hiding spot and head back to the main area by the pool. There are a ton of players, and I am beginning to worry about my chances of success when I discover a tombstone near the pool. If I had to take a guess, I would say that there was at least one other emo player in this lobby, and that this was that other player. At this point, I only have a minute and a half left, so I take an uncalculated risk and kill a player in the middle of the main area. This turns out to be a good decision, as the rainbow guy from earlier shoots the wrong player and kills them both. Apparently he was the sheriff, and with all these tombstones around me, it wasn't that hard to snuff me out, and I am promptly executed. How disappointing. We spawn in a pretty bland looking room with potted plants and what I think is supposed to be a TV set. The rainbow guy from last game would be emotionally hurt by this lack of artistry. I wander into a dark hallway that would be perfect to camp in, so that's what I do. What an epic gamer. Unfortunately, no one follows me, and I am forced to abandon this plan whilst receiving a passive-aggressive message from the game telling me to kill the other players. I know, okay? I decide these vines are a pretty good hiding spot for me to shoot people from, and this turns out to be accurate, but once again I have Stormtrooper aim and cannot hit a single shot. I refuse to actually show any of these shots to protect my public image, but here is a montage of me just standing there, not doing anything. After I miss the only shot I took, at the green man passing by, I'm feeling incredibly angry, so I leave my hiding place and kill the first person I see without regard to my surroundings. I then go back to where I was hiding to find that in literally the only 10 seconds I was outside of that area the entire match, some shifty e-girl tried to claim it as her own. I promptly put the big girl down. I throw an arrow in the middle of a group of players, hoping that it hits one of them, but apparently I'm just as accurate when I shoot blindly as I am when I aim. That is to say, not accurate at all. Realizing that I only have a minute left and 10 players to kill, I actually manage to kill a player with an arrow and proceed to blindly go after the other players with my sword. I guess that's how all of these games have ended up, you know, blindly waving my sword around. The game then gives me an item called Innocent Detector. I don't need to be reminded of my innocence right now, thank you. At least it thinks I'm hot though, maybe I'll be able to give my innocence to someone else. Anyway, I run down the stairs in a panic because I only have 30 seconds left and can't seem to find any players. I find one, however, and in typical fashion, waste the majority of my time chasing him around until I finally run him down. I track down another player, and even though it's a girl, I only have 15 seconds left, no time for simping. I actually run out of time, which I've never seen happen before in the game, but in the words of Donald Trump after he lost the 2020 election, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, see you next time.